Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. I did see a request for something that I cannot find. Maybe you can help me out. I think it was called Cave of Smoo, which I think is actually referring to a cave in Scotland or something like that. I don't know, but I can't find it. No results found. Even if I reduce this down to just saying cave, I get some results, but nothing about Cave of Smoo. So I'm not sure if there's like a mobile-only versions of these scenarios. I'd be surprised, but maybe. I don't know. Can't find it, and if I can't find it, that poses a little bit of a problem. So, why don't we go back to our subscribed list, and we'll see what's next on the agenda. We did Decay last week. We also did the Fourth Plague. So I guess now would be Adenoviridae. Adenoviridae? I don't know, by Greek Spy. Adenoviruses are medium-sized, non-enveloped viruses with an icosahedral nucleocapsid containing a double-stranded DNA genome. This sounds like something derived directly from the Wikipedia page. I accidentally clicked that earlier. I don't know if I'll actually like it. We'll find out. Their name derives from their initial isolation from human adenoids in 1953. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what any of this means. It's very technical. This is my first scenario, so it could have some flaws here and there. I hope you enjoy. Well, I hope I do too, Greek Spy. And based on the 5-star rating you're getting, it looks like most people do. So, okay. We are going to be playing with the virus type. That seems fine. Catalytic switch, genetic mimic are both okay. Aquasite extremophile. Do we want to change this up? No, I think I'll go with this transstasis. It's been working out really well for us thus far, and I do like the idea of being able to spread a lot faster. So, okay. Normal difficulty as usual, and Adenoviridae is a fine name even if I have a hard time saying it. Let's give it a go. My first scenario. You already said this. You know, you can have a little bit more confidence. You don't have to put out so many disclaimers. Based on the reviews you've been getting thus far, I think you're okay. You're good to go. You're in the clear. You can go ahead and remove this. Take a stand. Be confident. Be proud of what you made. And let's see what we can do. Family of viruses that can extend from harmless viruses like the common cold to... I wouldn't say the common cold is entirely harmless. It kind of sucks, but alright. To extremely life-threatening viruses that can cause complete organ failure. Now you have the power to control the virus and change it to the way you want. Nice. So I guess we want to start in Saudi Arabia because it is arguably the best country in the game. Alright, begin in Saudi Arabia. Disease type, all pretty standard. Let's take a look at our options. Transmission. We have saliva. We have poop, or fecal matter. Mostly poor regions. Okay, air, water, bird, livestock, canines, bat. Okay, all pretty standard, pretty vanilla transmissions, although I don't recall seeing fecal matter very often, if ever. But overall, yeah, I mean, it's not, this is not the typical lineup for the virus, so there is a bit of creativity done here. It's kind of custom, but nothing really new and special just for the scenario, I think. Except possibly fecal matter. Not too sure if that's indicative of something about the scenario. We'll find out. Symptoms, we have, excuse me, nausea, coughing, rash, cystitis, a UTI, that's not too common for a virus. I don't think that's actually part of the normal roster, and conjunctivitis, also known as pink eye. I'm pretty sure that while nausea, coughing, and rash are standard for the virus, conjunctivitis and cystitis are not, and there's usually something here in the middle that's missing, though for the life of me I can't tell you what it is. So, again, a little bit of customization here. Nothing too creative beyond that, though, I think. Cold resistance, heat resistance, drug resistance, and viral instability. This is the vanilla startup for a virus type, so okay, no customization there. Alright, well, there are a lot of options for us as far as the transmission, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic about picking transstasis. Let's go ahead and start picking some things up. What do we want to start with? I could pick up saliva, and that's not too bad. Fecal matter is technically, though, even more infective, and Saudi Arabia is surrounded by some poor countries, so hopefully we'll get some use out of it. Then I probably want to go for air. That should allow us to spread a little bit faster through Saudi Arabia and all of the arid regions, which you guys know I am a big fan of. Also, take advantage of Saudi Arabia's amazing airport, which gets everywhere. We did get a mutation pretty early on, which is surprising, considering we haven't infected very many people, but this is the virus type after all. And the virus is well known for its ability to mutate like hell. In fact, we can increase that mutation, and hopefully, if we can get enough transmission and get into every country, we'll just let the mutation do the rest of the work. Global warming, hot countries getting hotter. Well, it's a good thing we started somewhere hot and have a natural resistance to the heat. but that's basically saying we may need to invest in some heat resistance. I'm not too sure. Conjunctivitis just mutated for free. It's a little bit more aggressive than I'm accustomed to, but alright. Alright, there we go. See, yep, with the Air 2, we are making use of Saudi Arabia's airport very extensively, which I love. We did get into France. Let's go ahead and get some more water. Now, I would go for some animals, but I'm pretty sure most of these are going to come with some mutation chance. And while mutation is great, I don't know how much risk I want to take with it. You know, symptoms can give you a lot of really awesome free stuff, but it can also screw you over and get your severity so high that you get detected too early, and that will just wreck your day. So, you know, it's a bit of a crapshoot. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. We did manage to get into Russia pretty early on. No, that's not Russia. We got into China. I stand corrected. I'd love to get into Russia ASAP, because that will increase the likelihood that I can get to Greenland. I think Norway technically has a boat there that goes as well. Well, we got detected. That's probably okay. Let's go for some drug resistance and more cold resistance so we are more likely to spread in the north regions that I so desperately covet. And for transmission, I guess I'll go ahead and pick up some saliva. After all, we have transstasis, so it's not going to increase my costs. The extreme bioaerosol would be pretty fun. Saudi Arabia is trying to work on the cure, no surprise there. Don't think they're going to make a lot of progress, but still. We have the rash. Now, rash often leads to necrosis, so I am hopeful that that is going to be in the roster. I see skin lesions, and there's something over here. Usually, it would be something along the lines of necrosis, which is awesome. Y'all know, if you've watched the series for a long time, that I am a massive fan of the necrosis. Let's go for bats. They're harder to detect, but very infective. We need something that will continue to spread us in Russia. Pneumonia is especially good in the cold. That's actually why I picked up sweating. I actually didn't mean to pick up skin lesions, but I did anyway. I'm going to go for pneumonia. And I guess we'll go for livestock, because livestock, it doesn't say, would spread us in the rural areas, but it usually does, and Russia is rural, so I have to assume that'll work fine for us. We have been placed on the watch list. That's fun. Shouldn't mean much for us at this point. Let's see. The virus causes numerous diseases to the animals like pneumonia, and the destruction of pancreatic tissue increases infectivity in rural areas. No lethality. That seems okay. I could go for some birds. Spread through respiratory fluids. That's the sweating symbol, but it doesn't mean you necessarily spread faster in cold areas. Still, we'll pick it up because it doesn't have very much severity. This has no severity, and it's pretty infective, so we'll get bodily excrement and fluids? Do you mean excrement? Or is there actually a word for excrement? I don't think. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm wrong. It happens on a rare occasion. I could be totally wrong. Egypt shut down their airport. Don't really need your help. I just need to make sure a boat gets over to Greenland, and it appears one did, and I missed it. Okay, we are missing the Caribbean, Central Europe, Sweden, and Morocco. The Caribbean, odds are pretty good we'll get in there, but I don't want to go for the lethality quite yet until I do. Yeah, there's the necrosis. Insomnia, less productive. That's not so bad. Abilities, I could go for some drug resistance. And since most of Europe and the USA have not been infected, yeah, I think drug resistance is a fine investment. We'll save up our points. Once we get into the Caribbean, which we just did, I'm going to go ahead and invest in the necrosis. Now, that's some lethality, but the corpses will continue to transmit for us. Let's spend some points on viral instability next and increase the odds of getting some useful mutations and saving a ton of points. Wow, we just got up to 39 in like no time flat. I'm going to go for all 3 levels. There you go. Now we should get an absolute crud ton of random mutations working in our favor. Because we can kill people as fast as we want to. Doesn't matter to me. As long as we have necrosis and the bodies are still infective, we shouldn't outpace ourselves and screw ourselves out of the game. Look at that. Look how many points we're getting. We're infecting so fast right now. I'll go for the birds because that increases mutation, so that's not a bad idea. It doesn't say canines will do that, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's go down the insomnia route and paranoia. That should reduce cure progress a bit, slow things down. Gastroenteritis. Inflammation of the GI tract causes frequent vomiting, significantly increases infectivity rate. Diarrhea. Is that actually how you spell diarrhea? The O always confuses me. Maybe it is, maybe not. Anyway, spreading through feces, and potentially lethal dehydration. Not a lot of lethality here. Let's go for sneezing. Bronchitis would be next. That seems pretty decent. I guess we'll go for it. Oh, we just got it anyway. Okay, never mind. That leads to total organ failure. That's what we're looking for. 35 points for that. Shouldn't take us very long at all. Global research focused on a cure. Well, too bad. Your hearts are failing. Have fun with that. There's diarrhea. Next would be coma? No, I stand corrected. Total brain death. Comprehensive replacement of brain cell DNA triggers massive immune response, leading to complete and irreversible loss of brain functions. Only 15 points. That is shockingly cheap. Like, seriously, shockingly cheap. Wait, really? Okay, I feel like... So, it was 15 points. We just got dysentery for free, and the cost has not increased. I'm wondering if the mutations, for some reason, are not increasing the costs of my symptoms. Maybe that's anecdotal, but I feel like that's what's happening. And that's interesting and a little bit of an exploit, and means that I definitely want as much mutation as possible in this particular scenario. Coma seems pretty good, a little lethal, slows down their production. Insanity would also be pretty decent for us. We are killing very rapidly now, though. Maybe it's not a big deal, maybe we don't bother with the insanity, maybe I just hold back a little bit. And now spend my excess of points on some genetic reshuffles in order to buy myself a little more score. I think I can get up to 34 points. There we go. Genetic reshuffle, and we're down to 21% cure progress. That's not so bad. And it looks like everyone's going to die remarkably quickly. That was a very, very fast scenario. And we got insanity anyway, so I feel pretty good about that. That's all of the symptoms. Yeah, mutation worked out really, really well for us. For a good measure, let's go ahead and grab the canines. What few dogs remain, we'll just go ahead and infect them and let them die too. And that's the end. Adenoviridae has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. 3 stars. That's about what I would have expected, considering that took us less than a year in order to win the game. Not bad. So that was pretty good, right? It felt pretty balanced. The problem I have with the scenario is the same that I had with the 4th plague. It's a good scenario because the base game is well balanced. There wasn't a lot of customization and creativity here. Yeah, you threw in a different combination of transmission, but there's no unique theme to it. There's no... Why are there Plague Inc. flags over here? I just noticed this. Huh. There's no, like, unique symptom, something specifically created just for this particular scenario. Maybe there was 1 or 2 and I missed it. But it's not quite as creative as some of the other ones that, like, literally come up with entire new trees of symptoms specifically tailored to this scenario. So, while it's good, I'm a little disappointed just in the fact that it doesn't add a lot to the game or to the community. And it's balanced because the game itself is balanced. So... yeah, it was good. I guess I'd recommend it, but I wish there was a bit more. That said, though, I think his name was Greek Spy, said this is his first scenario. He's probably just testing the waters, so okay, fine. No, go ahead and get started. Get comfortable with it, and then maybe you can create something really unique and awesome later. We'll find out. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.